Hello everyone, you are welcome to Anchor Network where you get reliable and authentic news that are so crucial to you. I say big thank you to everyone who has been part of this channel and who has taken time to subscribe. And if you are yet to subscribe, I say please click the red subscribe button and also the bell icon. The bell icon will allow you to get notified anytime we publish any news. Attacks on Nigerian leaders abroad part of democracy, says Buba Galadima. This news is coming from Daily Post. And let's get into the news proper. A strange political ally of President Muhammadu Buhari, Buba Galadima, has said the attack on Nigerian leaders within and outside the country by angry Nigerians is part of democracy. According to him, the attacks were part of Nigerians' protest against bad governance, adding that was also an expression of their demands for accountability from those in power. Speaking with Vanguard, Galadima said, I want to assure you that even those of us who have nothing to fear or nothing to hide will be very apprehensive to visit certain places outside Nigeria because one is not sure when one will be attacked. I can tell you that these attacks on leaders are part of democracy. If somebody believes in himself, he has nothing to fear and would freely travel out to any country even if you are killed for what you believe. What I'm driving at is that our leaders should do better than they are doing, or else the law of karma will catch up with them within or outside the shores of Nigeria. I'm not supporting the treatment being meted out to the leaders outside Nigeria. What I'm saying is that the leaders should be very careful about their behavior while in office because the people are beginning to demand accountability from them. On the expectations Nigerians should have on the performance of President Muhammadu Buhari in the next 4 years, the politician said, it is my view that we have not seen anything yet. We have said many things severally and all of them have come to pass. The current leadership in Nigeria today is one of the most insensitive that this country has ever produced. It does not give a damn about anybody's feeling on any issue. However, the most important thing to note is that we have told the people severally that the man doesn't know what happens around him and it is manifesting. How can the president now say that all ministers who are recognized by the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria should be reporting to an individual whose office is not even recognized by the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria? Abba Kyari is the de facto president of Nigeria, even though the word chiefs of staff did not appear in any sentence in the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. In fact, it is even better than we have an Abba Kyari, because if there was no Abba Kyari or Mama Daura, only God knows what Buhari would have done. So guys, this is a Buba Galadima coming out again. You know, a lot of people have insulted him. They've always insulted him. That's because he is no longer with a Buhari. That's why he's talking the way he's talking. They have called him all manner of names, several names. Name it. They have insulted him. You know, one thing about the man, he said if you continue to insult him, he will continue to say the right thing. You know, just like people believe they are politicians, when they are not together, they begin to expose themselves. But once they are together, they keep some things to themselves. So that is just where we have found ourselves in this country. And he's just trying to emphasize more on what happened, you know, just what happened to Ekure Madu some weeks back. Like he said, it's not as if he's suspecting or he's expecting or uh, encouraging violence. But if you don't do the needful, that is the result you are going to get. Then why not you do the needful? That's my own philosophy. That is what I've been clamoring for. If you do the right thing, you don't need to be afraid. Just like he said, that even they themselves that feel that they have done nothing, they are free to travel anywhere, but they still have that fear that they can be attacked, because a lot of people just believe that all politicians are the same. Of course, we know that majority of them, you know, they behave in a manner which people don't really like and love. But since 97 or 90% of them, behave in that manner, so invariably everybody will, like, just to categorize them. And there's that fact, and there's that, expectation for people to just generalize them, because 95 or 90% of them behave in such manner. So even the few numbers out of them that, they do things rightly, or maybe they have not dipped their hand into the cookie jar, or they have not been alleged of any corruption of any kind, they will be afraid too, because they will just, like, they are all the same. And that is the same thing this man is talking about. Not that he's trying to encourage violence, but if you don't do the needful, like a lot of people that they have arrested because they have said, they have told the government, they've spoken to the power, and they don't want to be spoken to, they don't want, to anything to be said about them, they will just arrest you, and they will just frame some things up, or they just try to inch on something that maybe you have said, because they don't want to hear the truth. So if you do the needful, people will not come for you. The only thing people will be doing, majority of people will be singing your praise. Your news will go outside Nigeria, it will go all over the world. We know a lot of information that we get from some of those countries. We know the kind of information, we know the kind of a mindset we have towards them, because when people have gone there, they've experienced what is happening there. It will just go like, fire, and people will just be saying the same thing. So it's the same thing happening here, when majority of people are not in support, and few are just, like, because of what they know, or what they feel, or the reason why they are supporting you. They know the reason, so we don't want to be talking for them or speaking on their behalf. But we are talking of majority and what everybody is feeling. Me, I'm feeling it. I don't know what you are feeling about the country. I don't know your experience all over. I don't know whether you are living in affluence, or you are living, otherwise, or experiencing some unpalatable situations. So that is just what we are talking about. Nobody's encouraging violence. But if you don't do the right thing, definitely, naturally, what you think that you don't like, that you are complaining about, will happen to you. You cannot avoid it. Because, like what he said, this kind of a thing is happening all over the place. Example is of the Ukraine politician that was thrown into the bin. So what are you going to talk about it? Or if it were to be Nigeria, you imagine what people will be saying. At least those ones are more developed than us. Even in the UK, it's happening. You do the needful. Even those ones are, you can even, to a very large extent, you can even say, they are even doing what their people really want. Even at that, they are still seeing some little things that they felt that their leaders have not even done for them. And the next thing, they will just be aggressive and throw them all manner of things. The only thing that can solve all of these things is just do the right thing. Do the right thing. Let people know. Let them know your mind. Let them know your mind towards them. Care for them. Once they say anything, you come out and try to, say what you know about what they are feeling, or what they think that you have not done right. And if you feel that you have done the right thing, you need to come and explain to them. You don't need to start arresting. By shutting people up is not going to help situation. And just like what Buba Galadima said, he said they don't care. They don't care. They don't have the feelings. They don't care. You can say anything, whatever you want to say. If they are just infuriated, they will arrest you. That's the only thing they will do. They are not concerned. And these are the people crawling before us, begging us, please vote for me. Vote for me. I will do this. I will do that. It's just that we don't learn. We don't learn. Even now, at times, you can't even blame the Nigerian people. Why? Because you don't even know who is who. They will tell you all manner of things. At the end of the day, you find out that they are all the same. They will be telling you sweet things that you want to hear. They will be using the what the current government is doing. They will be using it to sell themselves that they are going to do better. You like, okay, since you say you're going to do better, then come in. Once they come in, they turn tigers. They become semi-gods. You can't near them. You can't even near them. That is just the fact. And the man said, what I'm driving at is that our leaders should do better than they are doing, or else the law of karma will catch up with them, within or outside the shores of Nigeria. It's not as if he's supporting violence, but even if he say he's not supporting violence or maybe whatever, if he try to support the government and the government is not doing the needful, and at the end of the day, what will happen? What will happen will still happen. I think this is the first time this kind of a thing is happening. It has been happening maybe very little, not really conspicuous the way it happened. What happened in Germany happened. This is the first time it's really coming out and it really went viral. Because people, then you want to tell me that before now people never knew what has been going on, the injustice going on, the abnormalities going on. You think people were not aware before now? They were aware, but because they were like, no, let's just be patient. Let's be patient. Let us see how it will go. They will change. Things will turn now to be better. But at the end of the day, people are just saying that these guys are just playing with us. Every one of them going in there to go and take turn. They are taking turn. It is my turn. Let me grab what I need to grab. And at the end of the day, anybody that comes in, fine. But let me grab what I need to grab. That is just what is happening. And that is why you can see them, they are all working together. Once they condemn one party today, at the end of the day, they will still come back to form alliance. They will still move on. They always say there's no permanent friends, there's no permanent enemies, but there's permanent interest. That is what they always tell you. They will still come out and be saying it. There's no permanent enemies, no permanent friends, permanent interest. That is what, that is their slogan. And we'll be looking at them. What does that tell you? That in as much their interest is going to be fulfilled, they don't care about every other thing. You can be my friend today, tomorrow you can be my enemy. In as much our interest, is not, we are not meeting up together at equilibrium. If our interests are not meeting up at equilibrium, we can't be friends, we can't be enemies. The only factor that brings them together is the common interest, and which is going to be permanent. And their interest, all the time, selfish. Always selfish. Some people are, that this man has come again. What is he talking about? He has come again, talking what? Someone say, this man, I will ever respect you in my life. A moderate Muslim, a modern northerner, brave man, fearless leader. I'm behind you. Someone say, Galadima, you spoke very well. God bless you for saying the truth. All politicians, whether APC or PDP, note, please, we don't need tribalistic and self-centered politicians to enable this country develop and move forward. A word is enough for the wise. Someone say, really, if they can listen to your opinion. Someone say, why are you supporting rascality just because you lost an election? Hey, that's their song. They have come again. The Galadima of today is different from the one I used to know. So they have to be, people just believe that, you just have to be supporting, whether good or bad. If only they will hear you, you have said your own. So guys, that's just what we've heard about what Galadima has said. It's been on a Buhari. Used to be close to Buhari before now, but things are not, things fell apart along the road and along the line. So they are not together. So he's spilling out everything, saying things, the way he understands them and the way Nigerians are seeing the whole thing. So guys, I would like to hear from you what you think about what Buba Galadima has said, that attacks on Nigerian leaders abroad is part of democracy. Leave your comments below in the comment section. Thank you very much. Bye.